I have a weird relationship with my YouTube channel in that I love it. I absolutely do. I'm grateful for it because of what it's provided me. But I don't want to become a YouTube. I don't want to create some. I don't want to be someone or create videos that are only necessarily to like provide ad revenue or like share a product or share a lens or share a like some of the most important videos to me as a human being and as a person are the ones that barely hit 2,000 views on my channel. Like I just put something out the other day and it's not doing that great, but to be honest, it was like a therapy session to me. Just being able to talk. I have these random videos throughout my channel that you could find of me literally just sitting down and talking. And those resonate with people for sure, but they don't hit the 10, 20, 30, 40,000 views that would normally hit if I do the, behind the scenes or whatever that is. So I sometimes struggle of like, where do I fit in on YouTube? Where do I fit in as a creator and, or as a DP or as, someone that does podcasting? And this kind of segues a little bit into something I read in one of your blog posts. If I'm gonna read it, if that's okay, the box paradox you wrote. Director Jordan Brady once said, "Put yourself in a box. At first glance, this advice might seem limiting, but it's actually about defining yourself in a way that makes you recognizable. However, this box isn't about confining yourself to a specific topic or genre. Instead, it's about your unique voice, style, and personality as a storyteller." I really love that sort of little excerpt right there. And the video that I just put out recently was the basis of it was that I was struggling with the question of like, who am I? And granted, I'm 26 years old. I have no idea who I am yet. I barely went through life. I was a kid more than I've been an adult. But that question always kind of sits in my brain because I often wonder if by putting a label or asking myself who I am, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a podcaster, I'm a DP, or I'm not a YouTuber. Because a lot of times I don't identify myself as someone that does YouTube. I don't tell anybody that I do it, or I really don't tell anyone I do podcasting unless you know it. I just say I'm a cinematographer and that's it. So I often wonder is like putting myself in a box, does it limit me to like fulfilling my potential of what I truly am? And that's an artist, a creator, someone that likes to make things. Or is like not identifying myself as something like I don't tell anyone I do YouTube. Does that limit me to what my potential could be in producing that type of work? And obviously that was just a mouthful right there. But I think YouTube is a beautiful thing for me because it sometimes just allows me to release my own thoughts and just like be a therapeutic platform to me. And I think that a lot of your videos also have a sort of a deep philosophical element to it, but I think you've blended it very well with the business side of things too, that maybe I haven't done yet.
Um, well, that's very interesting how different people view the same subject very differently. Because from my point of view, more from my tower, it looks like I am struggling here like crazy. Because I'm also trying to be, again, honest with myself first and foremost within the videos that I create. So I want them to speak to me half a year ago. That's my, customer avatar, I would say, if you take videos as a product. And I also want them to appeal to the analytics. Sorry, not the analytics, but the, what's the word?
Algorithm?
The algorithm, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that doesn't happen, then it's just going to be there's going to be very little amount of people who's going to be exposed to a good message. And I hope that potentially, if one of the videos go semi-viral, then it might potentially, again, change somebody's life. And I'm not saying this to sound very important, but
No, but I totally I understand what you mean by that for
that's
sure.
sort of the function that I designed this video
Mm-hmm.
to accomplish, or any of these videos. And what I have found lately to be very calming to myself, for myself, is I have finally discovered and sort of, I guess, figured out the meta ads, the Facebook ads,
Mm,
and that it really feels liberating for it separating your sales and your arts. So now my videos are more into the arts factor of it rather than sales. I don't even have to
right.
be promoting my products in my videos anymore, because what I
Mm,
have found to be very, again, liberating is the fact that starting January this year, I was a lot less consistent and a lot less active on YouTube, but the sales went up a lot because of the ads. And to me, what it signals is that, and I also separated the brand. I also separated, it's now called Pitch Studio. It's not associated
mm-hmm.
with the name. And I really want to de-risk it too, because I kind of, it's a romantic idea of an exit strategy, or like a selling
For
that
sure.
business. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think I'm going to be doing that. But who knows? I mean, I want to kind of just have that option as a backup.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great, because it means the brand is already, it's got that vibe, it's got that feeling, it's got that message without me, without my face. And it's already able to generate some of that money just through the ads. So that to
Mm,
me means now my YouTube is basically, it doesn't have to be selling, or it doesn't have to be promoting my products, or it doesn't have to be
right.
fulfilling that function of just, paying me basically.
Sure, sure.
So right now I feel
Mm,
a lot more like you, or I don't like, I'm not sure if financially YouTube has a very big importance in your life, but it did to me for the
mm.
past
It
year,
does, and
year and a
it
half.
does, and it doesn't. I think most of my work, most of the financial aspect, it comes from traditional
From the
DP
DP.
work,
Yeah.
and I think it has for a while. But I think I wrestled with it severely this January, literally last month, because I worked one time as a DP in January, one time the entire month, and it was a job that was also just like super discounted. It was like a passion project, so it was like I barely worked at all. I didn't make any money from DPing in January, but I made all of my money from YouTube
Hmm.
that month. I paid every single bill that I've had that month through YouTube, through a brand deal. And it made me realize like, what am I, what am I doing? Like, am I fighting myself to not commit to YouTube? Because I don't think I've ever really fully committed to it.
Mm.
I've always just looked at it as like, this is something I also do, but I've always lived in a world where DPing was who I identify as. And maybe that is correct for me. Um, but I think that it's always been hard for me to fully commit to wanting to pursue YouTube as a full time thing.